Motivation is a need or desire that directs behavior. There are 4 perspectives psychologists use in an attempt to understand motivated behavior. The instinct theory is first. An instinct is an inborn pattern or behavior. An example of this would be an infant rooting and sucking. Next is the drive reduction theory. We act to reduce comfort. An example of this is if you're thirsty, you're going to drink in order to reduce your thirst. Next is homeostasis. Homeostasis is the thermostat of the body, and it regulates our body temperature. Second to last is optimal arousal. Because an animal is well fed and comfortable with its surroundings, it will then increase the want to explore the surrounding areas. The last perspective is Maslow's theory, hierarchy of motives. The bottom of the pyramid is the most important, starting with psychological needs. An example of this would be sleep. Next is the need to feel safe. Maslow believes one needs to feel safe and secure. An example would be the lock and key. Moving up on the pyramid is the need to belong. An example of this would be love and affection or getting married. After that is self-esteem. The top of the pyramid is self-actualization, achieving individual potential. An example of this would be college and graduation, making a name for yourself. The catch with the pyramid is you can't move up a level until the level below has been fulfilled. Body chemistry and environmental factors trigger when we feel hunger. The hypothalamus brings on the hunger. Anorexia nervosa, also known as being anorexic, is an eating disorder when one doesn't eat in the hope of losing weight. Similar to this disorder is bulimia. This eating disorder consists of binging and eating a lot of food, which is typically junk food, at once, and then purging, throwing up to get rid of the food. These 2 disorders tend to be associated with psychological problems, physical emotional abuse, and low self-esteem. The need to belong. As human beings, we have a strong desire to belong with surrounding groups. Our self-esteem tends to rise when we feel included, accepted, and loved. And for most human beings, the fear of being alone is greater than the fear of emotional and physical abuse. Those supported by close relationships tend to have better health and less risk for psychological disorders. The second part of this chapter is about being motivated with your career. Key points are that managers need to harness strengths, predict performance during the interviews, use structured interviews, and appraise performance. Good managers start by helping people identify and measure their talents, match tasks and talents, care how people feel about their work, and reinforce positive behaviors. Structured interviews are rated on an established scale. And the 360 feedback is when you rate yourself and your coworkers and your managers. Motivation.